Welcome to PodLab, episode 3. I pick up where we left off in episode 2. Episode 2 became so long and we had so much to talk about that we've had to split it into another episode. And this, episode 3, is where we left off from episode 2. Ria's not here. She's going to be joining us in a very short moment. I'm going to have a costume change. We'll bring her back in and we'll start off again where we left off from episode 2. So we're going to be talking now about coaching and consulting. And we're also going to talk about agency services, which is what you can provide to other companies as a digital marketer. We're also going to talk about e-commerce and digital products. It's a very large topic, but I hope you enjoy it. And I welcome you now to episode 3. So the next one along the line is setting out with the purpose of becoming a coach. Okay. Now, we wrestled with this, and you and I talked about this months and months ago before we even dreamed about doing this. And it's like, and I think I honestly, being quite honest, our mentor is a coach. That's pretty much what she does. I mean, she's got her other sides, but we don't see those. We just see her as a coach. And so she trains us to become a coach in some respects. And that is that you're putting out your content and you're saying, this is me, I'm digital marketing, this is what I'm doing, this is how I'm doing it, et cetera, day on, day in. And the idea is that you get people following you to see how you're doing it and what you're doing. And then they will come to you and go, hold on, how are you doing that? How are you doing this? And then you become the coach to them saying, okay, I've got this. Come and talk to me and I'll help you get along with how to do digital marketing. Kind of like what we're doing here and now on this podcast. But we're not actually trying to get any revenue. We're not trying to get paid for what we're doing on this podcast. We're kind of spilling the beans and we're not getting paid for it. But that's fine.
Since we are on the topic of getting paid, just like, this is something that you can actually charge high ticket. So anyone who actually likes teaching or even give out consultation can actually charge on the higher side. So like, just to give you an idea, like for affiliate marketing, the product could be $50 product on which you're getting maybe $10, $20, $30.
So what you're saying is affiliate marketing is low value, but you've got to have high volume, and that's where you make your income.
But then affiliate marketing also has higher value products, but that's what there has to be a bridge there. Okay, when anyone who's starting, I don't want to give them this idea that, oh, okay, so I'll start affiliate marketing, but I'm also going to start high ticket affiliate marketing. There is a gradual learning curve. Please go through that process.
I agree.
Otherwise, you're not going to reach there.
You can launch into affiliate marketing and you can try and sell a super yacht, but it's going to take you 10 years before you get a sniff of selling a super yacht. Or you can try and sell some Christmas jingle bell socks, and you can push them out by the hundreds, but you're going to get $1 each time you sell some. In the coaching market is where you're either selling a digital program to say, right, follow this and it will help you become a digital marketer. So you'll learn what your niche is, you'll learn how to increase your reach, etc. So different programs for that. Or you sell the entire package, which is me, I'm a coach, I'm selling that. And that comes at a big old price of $1,000-$2,000, but you'll get that for 6 weeks, 8 weeks, whatever it may be. Or you can do it hour by hour, whichever, but you're selling yourself as a coach. And we'll spill the beans on this. You may think that to set yourself up as a coach, you need to have been doing this for years and you need to have every answer to every problem that anybody's ever going to have. That's not necessarily true. Actually, you need to know a little bit more than the person you're coaching. I think Gwen says 10%, doesn't she? He needs to know 10%.
Yeah, I love this quote. And it I always go back to it. And exactly the one you said. I think she goes like, you only have to be 10% ahead of someone to be 100% of service.
Yeah,
I think that's the quote.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
And that makes sense. And to be honest, Alex, The maximum money I have made is from coaching.
Yeah,
So
I get it. I get it.
personal experience also, yeah, for
It
sure.
speaks for itself, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
Okay, so the thing with being a coach is that you can charge that higher price for it, and you will earn more money. Exactly as Ria's just said, the most she's earned is from that. Yeah, I get it. But you don't have to be the guru to be able to do that. You just have to understand a little bit more than the person who's coming to you asking you the
Yeah,
question. And if they're asking you questions and you've got the answer, then you do know more than them, and you can market that. So don't be afraid.
yeah.
Don't sit there on the sidelines thinking, "Oh, I don't know enough." Equally,
You do. You
you
do. That's
you
what.
need to know more, and you need to know more than them enough that once they've asked you one question, you're not exhausted, and that's it. That's the end of your use. Because I have signed up for coaches before. I have signed up for courses before where I've looked at the course and gone, my God, this is utterly crap. Because I know more about it than they did. And and they've done what I'm encouraging people not to do, which is to go, okay, I'm brilliant to start with. I'm just going to bang out some crappy little course, put it out there for $50, and somebody's going to
Mm,
buy it. And then they look at it and they go, well, this is terrible. This is useless. They're never going to come back to you again. You have to
yeah,
know more than they do consistently to keep that following. Does that make sense?
absolutely. Absolutely. Yes.
Okay.
Also, this is also something that you have to. It needs to come from you. It's not like coaching is easy. My coach has taught me to teach, so I'm gonna teach. If it doesn't come to you naturally, it's not gonna help. People will how so in real estate there is this thing called sales breath. People kind of smell your sales breath.
Mm.
If your only thing is to, okay, I'll say yes to them, I'll coach to them because I'll get some money from it, it's not going to work. You need to really know a certain things. Of course, that 10% ahead, you have to be 10% ahead. You cannot start digital marketing today and tomorrow you think, oh, okay, let me start coaching people. No, dude, that's not how it
I
works.
think that comes back to the sales breadth is comes back to content, because people will see your content. They'll see that consistently you're talking about different things, and you seem to know what you're talking about in those different things. Not only that, but also the real link is when they can associate themselves with you. So you're talking about yourself in a particular way, which is true about yourself, and then people will go, God, they're just like me. They're just like me, and they're
Yeah,
doing the things that I want to do. And then when they've got that realization, you're just like them. And there are only a certain number of types of people in this world, but there are groups. And provided you're talking about your group will gravitate towards you, and then they'll want to know what you're doing. They'll want to know. They'll think, oh, you do know what you're doing. That's when you can sell. Is that sensible?
yeah,
I hope.
absolutely,
Okay,
absolutely.
cool. So
Moving on, so our fourth
yeah,
route, should we talk about our fourth route? Yeah, it's agency services. This is interesting actually because currently that's what I am doing. And it's basically doing digital marketing for other businesses. So instead of going to individuals or helping them create a personal brand, you are helping businesses who have online presence, and they come to you and you not exactly teach them, you help them with a strategy, with a plan, and how to scale up their business. But there's this a little thing that I feel, and it has been in my head for a while now. It's, if you don't like dealing with difficult clients, this could be something that
you want to avoid
spoil, yeah, ruin it for you.
the
You have to have that. You have to be okay with it. You'll get all sorts of clients, all sorts of
the
business with
difficulty.
different very varied products. But yeah, the difficulty level here is a little higher
It's higher,
compared
and
to the rest.
also your effect on them will be measured, and they will look at you to say, okay, you've been with us 3 weeks, 4 weeks. They'll expect the unreal. They'll go, okay, well, you've been with us 10 days. Why are we not now earning? Why is our income not jumped from 1,000 to 10,000. You've been with us 10 days. We should
More
be.
than the income is the ROI, right? I
Yeah, yeah,
mean,
yeah.
yeah. Why aren't our products
Exactly
selling?
right.
So
So they'll be saying, "Well, look, we're paying you. Where's the dividends? What are we seeing from this?" And that is
yeah,
directly accountable to you. And they can look at the figures and say, "Well, we can't see our reaches increase. We can't see this has increased." And then you have to prey upon their patience and say, "Look, this is not going to happen overnight. You have to keep
yeah,
consistent on this, and you have to let me keep working for you." So it's a big investment you're trying to get people to put by, to say, "Okay, we believe in Ria, we believe in Alex, we will help you." I had my windows in my house released a while ago, and I was talking to them about digital marketing, and the company concerned do a lot of digital marketing already. But it was like, okay, so can I help you improve upon that? And that is real dangerous territory, because then you're saying, well, you're already up and running. I want to see if I can squeeze some improvement for you. And of course, there is nothing you're going to be able to do, or very little you're going to be able to do, unless you create a really marked improvement. A slight improvement of 10%, they're going to say, well, that could have happened organically anyhow, what use are you?
yeah,
Um,
yeah,
so
yeah.
it's very difficult market to get into. But again, if you get into it and you can do it and you can prove your statistics, it's lucrative. And it's the type of thing that you can have 4, 5, 6, 7 clients all working for them at
Right,
the same time.
right,
And
right.
again,
Yeah.
lucrative contract.
I was coming to that, Alex. Actually, it can bring in recurring income,
Yeah,
or rather recurring revenue for you.
yeah.
So it can technically replace your salary.
Even after you finish working for them, it can, if you finish
Yeah,
and you've
yeah,
got the contract with them that says, okay, provided you're advertising this particular brand in this particular way, that's my idea. So I'm getting the income from it, um,
right.
which it works. It is a really good recurring. What's the word? Evergreen income. So,
Revenue.
yeah,
Ah, true.
yeah.
Evergreen income.
Okay.
That's true.
Okay, number 5 on our list for today.
Oh
Com-
yeah, and that's the last one, thankfully.
yeah. So this is the sales of digital products, right? Okay.
It's e-commerce, and you create your own product and sell it,
This
right?
is kind of the golden goose. It takes work. It takes a lot of back end work. You will be
Yeah,
at your computer for hours, weeks, months, sometimes creating a course or creating a product that you want to sell. Now, we see thousands, hundreds of thousands of these on Etsy, which is where someone sat down, they've got I don't know, a Canva, and they've created the cover to a calendar. They created this pretty
yeah,
color, then they whacked in 12 pages for January to December in the back of it, possibly with a note to the cover, which is pretty on each page. And then they're selling this calendar. Now, that is a digital product, which you're going to go onto Etsy and you're going to go, okay, print, and it prints for you. There's your calendar, and you've paid them $5 for it. So they've earned $5 from that sale. Wonderful. At, at volume, that creates a decent income for you. However, there is the other end of the scale, which is where you're going for deep pockets and people who have a deep interest in what it is you want to sell them. And that can be a digital marketing course. I bought one, I bought several. And they're sort of
oh my
400,
god.
$500 a time, because you're buying really deep content about how to create bridging pages, how to create marketing pages, how to create sales links, all these different things that
The
are
entire
involved.
setup and the automation bit, everything has to come
Yeah.
together. So yeah, all that you get from it.
Yeah. So this is the high intensity workload, but it's workload that's not in a warehouse. You're not dealing with physical products. You're sat at your computer, you're creating it. And it can be done as a side hustle, because provided you're organized, you can go out, you can do your 9 to 5, you can come
Yeah,
home,
yeah,
feed the kids, do the bed night stories, the nighttime stories, and then you can go
yeah.
to your office and you can sit there for 2 hours creating more pages, more information on this document, week after week, month after month, until it's perfected. and then send it.
Yeah.
And I'd encourage you to perfect it, because the amount of courses I've seen that are not perfected is shocking, and they're crap.
Yeah.
As soon as you open a course and it's not perfected and it doesn't look right and it doesn't flow right, you know you've been sold a pup, and there's no worse feeling, because people are not going to follow you
True.
anymore. Does that make sense?
True. That's true. Yep, absolutely. But with this, that's what I mean. In the long run, this has a potential of, unlimited scalability. So, you know, everybody who is getting into this, obviously, I don't think anyone would start with. Actually, I shouldn't say that, because I know certain coaches who teaches their students to, just start making digital products. But the first thing that would come to you, you know what? Your market research. Unless and
There's
until you
loads.
know the gap, there is a market gap and there is hungry audience for it.
There's
What
loads.
will that digital product be? What will you create?
Yeah.
Right?
There's so many of them, and they do it for one reason. I'm going to be really cynical, and they do it for one reason, because it's the price tag. It's telling people you can go from nothing to something in 2 weeks. Follow my
Yeah.
course, and then you can
Yeah.
sell a course of your own, and that's the price tag
Yeah.
coming into you. And actually, it's a load of baloney, because unless you've got the following, unless you've got the respect to the people that are following you to buy a course from you, you're not going to sell it.
Yeah.
And
That's what.
yeah, you
Unless you
might
have
be,
that community, Alex, I feel it's not possible. What do you think? I mean, you need to have that community who trusts you, right? Otherwise, would you buy? Would you really buy from a random people who's saying, I figured it out. I can tell you how. Just pay me.
yeah. No, I agree, but I fell into this a couple of years ago, because I was like, okay, fine, that's brilliant. I know, like I, I've got an academic background, and so I was like, okay, fine, I can talk about academia, I can talk about how to do lessons, I can talk about how to revise for exams. So I wrote a book about how to revise for exams, all the different ways you can do it, because there are so many different
Okay.
ways, and nobody's ever taught it.
Mm-hmm.
So I
Mm-hmm.
wrote the book, put it on Amazon, sat back, waited for my millions, and it was like, oh, actually, I've never sold a bloody copy of it. And it's like, what a waste of time.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
that's the lesson learned. It's like, yeah, okay, I've listened to someone who's going, no, just create a course, get it out there, and the money will
Yeah.
come. Nonsense. You have to you have to embody what it is you're creating, and you have to tell people
Absolutely.
about it. Yeah. So yeah,
It has to come from a place where there's actually people there waiting for it, right? If nobody's waiting for it, I mean, who are you trying to sell?
this comes down what
Who's the target audience exactly? I mean, who's
you've
going to buy it? You
You've
don't
just
even
hit the
know
nail
that.
on the head. There needs to be a need. You need to identify the need. If you identify a need and you can fill that need, you can get rid of people's need by saying, I've got the answer. I have the answer to that problem. Whatever the problem is, then you potentially will make sales. But you then need
Yeah.
to consistently show that you are the person that
Yeah.
has got the answer to that problem. And provided you show
Right.
consistently you're the one that's got the answer to that problem, whatever that problem is, people will find you, people will come to you, people will listen to you, because you're now the guru on that problem, and they will buy from you to fix that problem. Otherwise, they wouldn't be listening to you in the
Yep.
first place. So,
Absolutely.
okay. So that's our instructions. So we've got affiliate marketing we've dealt with. We've got being a content creator or an influencer. We've done coaching. We've looked at agency services, how to assist businesses with their digital marketing. And we talked about e-commerce and products, and the digital marketing side of true digital marketing. So that's it, guys. That's it. You're now able to go away. You're now able to look at yourselves, take a long, hard look at yourselves and go, right, which one do I fancy doing? And you've also been told and
Yeah.
warned by both Ria and I about the pitfalls and the benefits of each one of those. You need to take that really seriously before you make your decision. Right?
Absolutely. I wish, honestly speaking, Alex, I wish someone would have told us also,
That's our
they
job.
should have done this
That's our job.
podcast. I mean, I know, I'm very happy that I'm doing it for everyone. I wish someone had done it for us as well.
Yeah.
Not complaining, I'm just saying our curve was amazing. I mean, a lot of learning from that, because we have failed so much. Like, I'm going back to last
But
week's conversation, because we have failed so much, we now know what not to do. And I'm grateful that I've failed. But still, sometimes you just feel, I am putting so much of effort. It's sometimes
this is why
just
I hope
somebody just come to us and tell us.
So that's us. That's
also,
episode 2.
I want to sign off saying that, don't overcomplicate it. I know these topics must have either got you hooked onto it, interested in it, or must have thrown you off your chair. But my thing is, do neither. Just keep yourself calm. Don't overcomplicate things. Start somewhere, because along the line you can always pivot. My God, pronunciation, dude.
Don't worry.
I mean, along the line you can always pivot. So jump into it. Start. The least you could do right now is open Google and search what digital marketing actually is.
Okay.
That much you can do, right?
So next week we're going to talk about affiliate marketing for you guys. I don't know that we're going to go through each and every one of the 5 topics we've talked about, but we'll concentrate on the ones that we feel are going to get you off the ground and running sooner rather than later.
Oh yeah. Okay. So wrapping up episode 2, we spoke extensively about all the business models that comes under digital marketing. Next week we deep dive more into what affiliate marketing and how you can start and maybe work your way around it. And we are just going to leave you with this thought that, just start the business, dude. Start. At least give it, whatever business model you choose, just give it like 90 days, and then you assess. You will eventually might have to pivot, but that's just part of this game. Our only humble request is, if you thought this was helpful, like, share with someone who might need it, save it, subscribe, and we'll see you next week. Bye bye.